Welcome to our, I guess, fifth and final set of questions. Again, I'm Alex, and this is Gary. I'm going to be grilling him with some questions today. Like I was telling Gary earlier, I had a hard time coming up with questions because everybody else for the past 5 weeks has asked 5 questions. So if you do the math, that's quite a bit of questions, and it starts to thin my list out a little bit. So I came up with some questions for Gary. Hopefully they're good and don't stump too much. So, Gary, you have anything to add before we start?
I don't. Have mercy, and let's kick it.
All right. To start, what makes Gary the angriest, or what is Gary's biggest pet peeve?
Whew. I'm going to try to put the political Gary over here off camera, because that would take us another couple of hours or a couple of days.
And stir the pot, yeah, sure.
In all honesty, those are my biggest anger moments and pet peeve moments. I won't go any further. I think one thing that I have very little tolerance for are people who don't respond to communication in a timely fashion. And I am probably guilty of that on occasion, but I experience it coming from other people more often.
Sure.
And I have to kind of gather myself and say, maybe they're not looking at this the same way as I am. But I think it's just important, and it's especially more important now, given how we're all communicating in new ways. So maybe that's just peeving me more than usual these last few weeks.
Understandable. Okay, next question. Let's see here. Okay, Gary Atkins is deserted on an island for a year. If Gary survives for a year, he wins $1 million. What 3 items does Gary take to a desert island to guarantee that he makes it?
Whoa. 3 items for a year of survival.
Yeah.
I'm going to say a fire starter. I'm going to say a large, sharp knife. And I'm going to say some water purification pills. How about that?
Sounds good.
Totally practical. I watch too much Naked and Afraid.
See, I never watch shows like that, so I would be kind of out in left field. So, okay, next question. And you can take this however deep you want to. You don't have to take it deep at all, for that matter. But if you could change anything about yourself, what would you change?
That could go deep. That could stay shallow. If I could change something about myself, and this isn't because I'm struggling to think of something, this is because out of that list of 1,200, I'm trying to come up with one. I think I would maybe be a person who pays a little more attention to extended family and distant friends. While I feel like I pay a lot of attention to immediate family and immediate friends,
Sure.
I always feel like such a heel when it is a great aunt or second cousin, something big is happening in their life, or friend I haven't seen in years, and I know it's a big time of year, and it's like, I should really call. Nah, I'm too busy. that would be something I'd change about myself, and I think that's part of the deep makeup. It's not too late to change that, so thanks for the question.
Yeah, no problem.
You're helping make a better Gary.
I relate to that question as well. That's one thing that gets me pretty well. So, all right, trying to decide which one I want to ask you here. Okay, throw you a softball. If Gary had a time machine, would Gary go into the future or into the past, and where would he go?
I would go into the past, and I think that I would lobby hard to be a part of the Lewis and Clark expedition.
Really?
Something about pushing into a new frontier, something about seeing landscape change, wondering how far that big body of water is, with all the hardships, with all the heartaches that I'm sure they endured, or that I know they endured. Can you just imagine walking up over that last rocky peak in the Pacific Northwest and seeing water as far as the eye could see after what you've just been through? I can't. I think that would be fascinating.
Yeah, interesting. Huh. Not the direction I thought you'd go, but that's interesting. Pretty
Were you
neat.
picturing me a future guy, Alex?
I was picturing you a future guy. Yes, I actually was. Don't know where I was with.
As excited as I am about the future, it also can be kind of terrifying. So I'm just going to let the future unfold in real time. But there are often moments I want to go back.
Yeah, sure. Understandable. All right. My fifth and final question. What is something that you are proud of but have never had the excuse to talk about?
I think I am most proud, and this is fresh because we just had an encounter seconds ago. I am most proud of the young woman that my daughter is becoming. Now, I'm not sure how much credit I can take. I like to think that she has some good genes that she got from me and I got them from someone else. But she seems to have some traits that I don't think I had, and I know she got a lot of great ones from her mom. But she's at that age as a teenager that sometimes I listen to her or look at her or watch her interact with other people and I say, wow, who is that kid? And I don't know, it gives me a great, it's not really something of myself, I guess I'm most proud of. I'm part of her upbringing, but to whatever degree that is happening, that I can take any credit for at all, it gives me great pride and great joy.
Yeah, it should. You can take credit for that. I think that's a good answer. That's my 5 questions. A little bit about Gary. Gary, do you have anything else to add before we slide out of here?
I just want to say hang in there, everyone. Stay connected with us. Stay connected with each other. Stay at home. And be well. We very much look forward to hearing from you and seeing you on campus when that thing called normal returns someday.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for watching all of our videos. This is our last set of 5 questions. But if there's something else you guys are interested in seeing, definitely put it in the comments on the video. Somebody will see it, and hopefully we can make it happen. So stay safe in the meantime, stay healthy, and we hope to see you guys on campus really soon.